What's going on, guys? Leafy here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got for you a good old-fashioned tier list. I've been doing some of these on the Twitch channel, and I've uploaded one or two of them to YouTube already. But there's a few more coming. In this video, we are ranking every single fruit, or at least every single one. There might be, some fruits that aren't on the tier list, but every single fruit that was on this master fruit tier list that we found on Tier List Maker, I ranked them in tiers. Along with Twitch chat, there's Twitch chat on the screen, Twitch chat commentary, my commentary on what I think of each fruit and why I rank them where they are. So yeah, it was a fun time, always good to argue and yell about random stuff, especially food. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this one. If you do, hit the like button, helps me out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more content of mine. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you agree, disagree with any of my takes, because I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will feel passionately that you love something that I put all the way down at the bottom, or maybe something that I have never eaten that you're like, how have you never eaten one of these? But yeah, so let me know. Love to hear your comments. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Okay, anyways. Here's the fruit tier list. There are, I don't know, there's a lot of fruit here. There's like 4 rows of 14. That's what, 56 fruit? It's a lot of fruit. There's gonna be a bunch of these that I haven't eaten before. But let's see. So, there's also some of these that I'm allergic to, but I'll grade them as if I can eat them normally, but that's fine. Okay. So like we'll just go through one by one and we'll get yeah, this will work. Okay, so we start off with the apples. I like green apples. They're good. I think I don't really have a preference for apple, to be honest with you. Like, I can like a green apple, I can like a red apple, too. But I don't know. I mean, I don't really eat red apples that much. I kind of think green apples are better. They have more flavor. Do I think they're S tier? No, I think they're probably an A, though. They might get moved up, just depending on what I think of other fruits. But like, I think this is A and then this is B. And I know that the first thing I said was that I didn't really have a preference. So I thought about it a little bit more, and then I was like, you know what? I think I do have a preference, actually. And then apricot. I think I've only actually eaten an apricot in like a dried form. I don't think I've actually ever had just straight up eaten an apricot. So I feel like I should just put that in. I've never had this. Avocado. Okay, so I like avocado. However, I think it's not as good as people seem to think it is. Like, I think guacamole is like amazing, right? But just like straight up avocado, it depends. Like, it's good on some stuff, but like I don't really need it on other things. But I think because it goes with so many things, like you could put it on sushi, you could put it on sandwiches, you could put it in your tacos, you could turn it into guacamole, you could put it on like basically anything, and it'll pretty much do the job. And I think that versatility is like really valuable, in my opinion. Like, I don't think it's S tier though, cause yeah, I think it's A. I think it's A. Alright, bananas. I don't like bananas, but I respect bananas. If that makes sense. Cause like, there isn't a fruit that's more convenient to eat than a banana. Like, it just simply doesn't exist. It simply does not exist. Like, it is the easiest fruit to eat. It's so convenient. You can just take it with you on the go. You don't need to peel it or anything. You just, you know, it's just a banana. How, like, you peel it, but you don't need to, like, cut it open and, like, you know, do the whole thing with it. You just, that's it. It's right there, and you do it with your hands, and you can eat it in, like, 5 seconds, and it's just done. However, I hate bananas, so where does that put it? I think that puts it in C, but maybe B. I'll put it in a B right now. Blackberries, not one of the best berries, in my humble opinion. It's true, you don't even need teeth for bananas either. Blackberries, not one of the best berries in my opinion. In fact, probably one of the worst among the popularized berries. Not as bad as one of the upcoming ones, but still not that great. And you know, I think I'll put them in C. I don't actually know what this is. Black currants? I don't think I've ever seen that before, so I'm gonna put that in. I've never had this. Blueberries suck. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. Blueberries are really bad. They're not good. So first off, they're just simply not good. Secondly, they're good only in baked goods or like pancakes, right? Like or, you know, muffins or scones or whatever, like, that stuff is all very good. But a blueberry, like, on its own, really bad. Also, like, they're just so hit or miss. Like, you get a package of blueberries, and, like, half of them are going to be just absolutely disgusting mush, and then the other ones are gonna be good blueberries. And there's no in between with the blueberry. It's either terrible or it's good. But like, you can't eat a straight up blueberry. So I'm not gonna put it in D tier simply because it's good in baked goods, but let it be known that a plain blueberry is just bad. And that's just it. That's just it. What's up, Kit Blue? Okay, moving on. Cantaloupe. You know, I'm okay with cantaloupe. I'm trying to think of how I rate it against the other melon variants, and I think it's worse than Honeydew. I do. And, you know, I'm trying to think, like, I gotta be a little bit more aggressive with some of these takes because something's gotta be in D tier. And is that D tier cantaloupe? Maybe. But I'm gonna put it in C for right now. Coconut. Okay, so, like, you know, this is a tough one, really, because, like, I actually like coconut in a lot of things. I don't really think of it as a fruit, you know? Like, it's kind of weird, right? You know, you think of all the fruit that comes to the top of your head, you think of, like, you know, apples, bananas, oranges, all the berries. You don't really ever consider coconut. However, I do like coconut a lot, and it's good in a lot of things. You know, you can use it in cooking, you can use it in baking. There's coconut water and flavored drinks. It's got a lot to it, and I think for that reason, I would put it in an A or B, because I do like the flavor of it. I also, you know, I know there's some strong opinions on coconut for sure. I've never actually eaten straight coconut before, but, you know, I like an Almond Joy for sure. So, yeah, I don't think I'd put it in A, but I could put it in A. It is good. I like, I'll put it in B, actually. I'll put it in B. I don't know. See, because I definitely like it way more than bananas, so I put it in A. No, it goes in A. It goes in A. We have not reached the S tier yet, but hopefully that's on its way. Cherries. I actually really like cherries. I do. I really like cherries. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it, but they're just really good. And I think I would put those in A tier. I think, you know, that might get moved around. I think I might end up doing some rearranging, but I do like a cherry. It's just, you know, they're flavorful. I like the texture of a cherry. Yeah, cherries are good. Cranberries. So, I think, you know, I really wish I had another tier in here, to be honest with you, because I really like cranberries. I don't like them straight up. Like, I don't think I've ever actually eaten like a raw cranberry. But cranberry juice is delicious. It's absolutely delicious. And then cranberries in baked goods are honestly basically the same to me as blueberries. Like, they're good. Like, you can have a cranberry muffin or a cranberry scone or, you know, something like that, and it's basically just as good as having a blueberry one. And they have better juice. So, like, I think I would put them in B then. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I hate dates. They are absolutely disgusting. They're one of the most, like, repulsive things that I've ever eaten in my entire life. Not to mention that they actually look like cockroaches. My parents, or my mom, actually also loves them. She'll just have like a container of them in the fridge at all times, and like she'll just have a date, and she'll be like, yeah, I'll just have a date. So bad, so terrible, just everything. I've never had dragon fruit. I've never had this. I've never had this. I've never had gooseberry. Grapefruit is not good. It's been a long time since I've had grapefruit. I've never had a fig. I've had like a fig in something, like a fig, I don't know, Newton, or like, you know, sometimes fig, like there's fig stuff in like baked goods, or like my mom has this fig jam that she really likes, that she always has around the house. And so like I've tried that, but I've never actually had a fig. I don't like, do people just eat figs like straight up? Grapefruit. So anyways, grapefruit, bad. It's just, it's too sour. There's really just nothing making me want to eat a grapefruit over something else. There's just, you know, it doesn't really, it's not really doing a great job. Red grapes and white grapes. So honestly, I've always called them green grapes because that's what color they are, but now that I think about it, I guess it makes sense that they're white grapes because they make white wine, right? So that kind of makes sense. Do I prefer one grape over the other? For some reason in my mind, the green grapes are better. You know, for some reason when I think about the two different grapes, I find like in my head, green grapes are like firmer. And I prefer that, I think. I think I'm putting the green grapes in S tier. I really like grapes. And like the convenience of a grape is also super nice. Like it's almost, it's not quite banana convenience. I might just put both of them in there, yeah. Like, it's not quite banana convenience, but it's pretty close. Like, they're a great snack. They taste really good. And I can always give a boost to something that's way easier to eat. Whereas, like, green grapes, red grapes, whatever, first, obviously you want to wash them first, but like you don't even have to do anything with them. You just pull them off the thing and you just eat them. Red grapes, it's here below. I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. Kiwi. I think kiwi is pretty gross. I've never actually eaten kiwi and enjoyed it in the slightest bit. I also, like, I tend to not like mushy things. Like, I don't know why. Like, I mean, obviously, I guess it's really limited to fruit. But like, a mushy fruit is, like, gross. You know, because I said that. I said I don't like mushy things. But then I was like, well, I love mashed potatoes, so that's not really a good argument, right? But like, a kiwi is just, I don't know, I don't like the flavor. I don't like the texture. I don't like that I have to, how I have to use a spoon and there's the skin, and it's so like inconvenient, and it's not even worth it. It's not. Lemon and lime. So, I don't really know how to grade these. Like, you never really just eat. You would never just eat a lemon, right? But obviously you grade it based on how you use it and things. But to be honest with you, I've never really been that big of a fan of lemon flavor in general. Like, I would never want a lemon in my water. I don't care for a lemon squeeze on my, I don't know, whatever. What do they put a lemon squeeze on? Like, sometimes you get, like, a little slice of, like, if you have, like, you ever order a salmon, like, a nice salmon at a restaurant, and they'll give you, like, a lemon on the side that you can kind of, like, squeeze on top if you want. I've never done that. Because I just don't really care about lemons. I love lemonade, but, like, it's really, lemonade is like a little bit of sugar, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of sugar, and then water, you know? So, like, can you really do that? Same with, like, I drink lemon brisk, but, like, do I really? Like, it's not actually much lemon, it's just, like, a little bit. Anyways, this is all just to say that I think lemons, probably not D tier, just because, like, they're used on things, like, you put them on things, but I don't really like them. Limes, I think, are better. Better flavor. I'm actually would be more inclined to use them, like squeeze a little bit of lime on my taco, in my guacamole, you know, something like that. I would definitely be, I would be better with doing that. Mango. I like mango. You know, I actually didn't like mango, really, for a long time in my life. And, like, recently, I've actually grown to really like it. I don't know why I never liked it. You know, I guess, like, growing up, I never really ate it that much, and I didn't really like it that much. And, like, recently, I've gotten it in a lot of, like, sushi adjacent things, like in, like, poke bowls or, like, sushi burritos. These places by me either put mango in them, or you get the option to put mango in them, and I always get it, and it's always really good. Like, I never order it without mango at this point. So I've grown to really like mango. Now, that being said, I never really eat it alone, but I think I'm still gonna put it in S tier, because it enhances those dishes so much for me now that I can't help but not. I don't put it in sushi, like, in a roll, but I think, like, in a poke bowl, it's super good, and then in a burrito, it's super good. Like, a sushi burrito, it's super good when you have, like, a mix of a lot of things, and so you want it to be kind of stuff. But I don't know that I would really ever put it in a roll. I don't think it would necessarily belong super well in a roll. But actually, I did get a roll the other day that had a mango habanero sauce on top, and it was really spicy, but it was delicious. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think I've had a nectarine since I was, like, 5 years old. If you can't eat it alone, it can't be S tier. Well, I didn't say I can't eat it alone. I just said that I really don't. But I could. Yeah, I honestly, like, I feel like I can't grade this properly because I don't even remember what it tasted like. It was somewhere, like, adjacent to a peach, right? But not quite actually a peach. But if I was grading it, like, basically adjacent to where I would grade peach, it would be in B tier. Because that's what I think of peaches. So I'll put it there. But I apologize, and, like, you're welcome to be mad about this one just because I haven't actually had a nectarine in a really long time. Orange. Dude, I love oranges. They're so good. I love orange juice. I love oranges. I really do. They're so good. I'm putting them in S. Like, I'm just putting oranges in S. I love oranges. I wish I ate oranges more. The reason that I don't is the inconvenience of getting an orange and having to cut it. Like, that's literally it. However, I love oranges, and I drink orange juice every morning, and it's so good. It's so good. It's fresh. They just taste so fresh and just delicious. I can't say I've ever had a papaya or a passion fruit. I'm gonna put peach next to nectarine because to me they're, like, basically the same thing. That is a no pulp on the orange juice. I don't know why anybody would ever want little floating bits of solid in their beverage. That just sounds disgusting. I think if you actually drink orange juice with pulp, you're just doing it for the sake of being different, and not because you actually enjoy it. And then eventually, you've gotten so used to the fact that you get pulp in your orange juice that you do enjoy it, right? Like, you just grow so accustomed to it, so then when you drink orange juice without pulp, you're like, this is so weird. It doesn't have the pulp in it. But it's really just because you started drinking it with pulp because you wanted to be cool because of the pulp. Because nobody likes pulp. Anyways, point is that you should never drink orange juice with pulp because that's disgusting. Pears. I'm gonna just flat out tell you that pears are bad. They are just a worse apple. Like, literally, I'm never ever gonna want to eat a pear over just having an apple. Like, they actually taste like a bad apple. That's the idea. Pears are good. No, sorry. Apples are good. Pears not good. They're not good. Pears F tier. Somebody gets it. Thank you. What? Why is chat is so? What the heck is going on? Everybody's so. Why do you guys all like pears? I've literally never encountered a group of people that liked pears as much as this Twitch chat right now. Pears are A tier? What? Amazing? You're out of your minds. Like, they're not that bad. You know what? I'll be nice. I'll put them in C because I'm thinking about them in relation to dates and grapefruit, and I'm like, you know what? That's not fair because they're definitely not as bad as grapes and grapefruit. So, yeah, no. I'll move them up one. I'll move them up to C. I don't think I've ever had a persimmon. Pineapple. It's S or A. If dates are F tier, pears are D tier. Yeah, I agree with that. Pineapple is S or A, and I think I'm gonna go with S. Honestly, the pineapples are not my favorite fruit. But I would consider them to be better than all of these fruit. They're really good. They get a knock for two reasons. One, I do find them to be a little bit sour for my taste sometimes when I generally do like to, I don't know, I like my fruit to be really nice and sweet. And 2, pineapple is like extremely inconvenient to eat. Like, it might be the most inconvenient to eat. Actually, pomegranate would be the most inconvenient to eat fruit. But they might be the second most inconvenient to eat of all the fruit. Which definitely sucks. Plums? Yeah, see, this is the other thing. Like, same with nectarines. I don't think I've had a plum since I was like literally 6 years old, and I don't remember what they taste like at all. So I feel awkward putting it in the I've never had this, because I definitely have had this, but it's been like 15 years. So I don't even remember what it tastes like. I feel like I liked them more than peaches, but I don't know. I don't know. I grew up on fruit cups, so pineapples are just as convenient as everything else. Yeah, I never actually had those. Everybody at school always had those little fruit cups with the, they had pineapple, but they also sometimes had something else. I never had that. Those little, I can envision them. They were like tiny little plastic cups, and then you would peel open the thing. And I never ever had one of those. My parents never bought them. My mom always gave me like different fruit. Like, I ate fruit at my school lunches, but I would get like she would give me a clementine, or she would cut up some strawberries or something. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna skip plum, or I'll just put it in I've never had this, because honestly, like, I can't rate it. I can't. I know that a nectarine tastes like a peach, and I know that this is what I think of peaches. They don't taste exactly the same, but this is basically where I'd put them anyway, so it's not a big deal. But with plum, I can't tell you what it tastes like. I don't know. I can't. This might be an interesting take, and I don't know if everybody here has eaten pomegranate, but I love pomegranate. It's one of my favorite things. Again, it definitely gets a knock because it is by far one of the most inconvenient things that you can ever eat. However, it is so good. It's so good. And pomegranate juice is really good, and pomegranate is really good. And also, the other thing that it gets a knock for is that it's like extremely acidic. And so whenever I eat it, I like feel terrible afterwards, but I still don't regret it because it's so good. Yeah, like, you never invest the time to actually eat it, but the juice is good, the fruit is good, the time it takes to actually get there, definitely bad. I can't say I've ever had a pomelo. Raspberries. You know, I feel like recently I've heard of a lot of people that hate on raspberries, and I can't agree with that. I really like raspberries. No, I've never had a passion fruit. I like raspberries a lot. I think they're the second best berry. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it, but like, I like raspberry flavored things too, are also really good. Like, generally, in my opinion, like, among the best flavor of things when it comes to, like, I don't know, like, fruit flavored stuff. I think raspberry is just really good with that, and I think they're good on their own too. Can't say I've ever had red currant or starfruit. Strawberries are S tier. We'll put them at the front of the S tier because honestly, strawberries might be my favorite fruit. Yeah, I mean, that's just it. Strawberries are just so good. Like, I can never think of any argument against strawberries. Tangerines. You know, I feel awkward putting tangerines and oranges both in S tier. But they're easier to eat than oranges, and they're basically the same thing. Like, there's a little bit of difference in flavor for sure. I honestly, like, might even say that tangerines might be better. But either way, I would argue that they are both just that good. Watermelon. It's been a long time actually since I've had some watermelon. I like it a lot. It's either S or A for me. I'm just trying to think if I put watermelon. Okay, so let's look at A tier. So red grapes, green apples, avocado, coconut, cherry, raspberry. Yeah, I'd put it above that. I'd put it in S. I feel like my S tier is kind of big, but I mean, it's gotta be there. Like, it's just very good. Cutting it up is very annoying, for sure. It's not very convenient to eat at all, but it's good. I can't really eat it though, unfortunately. I'm like I'm allergic to a lot of fruit. So this is actually kind of hard for me because like there's a lot of these things that I haven't really eaten and I avoid eating now because I'm allergic to it, and watermelon is one of them. It's also I'm also allergic to avocado, and so I don't really eat it ever, but like I know that people love it, so. How do I live with no watermelon? You know, it's strange because like sometimes when I get like smoothies, like there was this during the summer, the smoothie place by me had this seasonal watermelon breeze or something smoothie, and I tried it, and it was so good, and I didn't have any reaction to it at all, and it was wonderful. So like sometimes when like when it's only juices and stuff, I can do that, but if I just eat a watermelon straight up, I'll definitely get a little bit of reaction. It's like, you know, these are, like, I have, like, very mild allergies to most of these things, so, like, if I ate it, I'm, like, totally fine. I don't have, like, an EpiPen or anything, but yeah. Honeydew. So I said that honeydew is better than cantaloupe, and I will stand by that. I still don't think it's that great, relative to, like, the entire fruit tree, but it's still better than cantaloupe, so I will rate it 1 better than cantaloupe. I don't believe I've ever had an Asian pear or a guava that isn't in nectar form and used as a sugar substitute. Can't say I've ever had a blood orange or a custard apple or a ground cherry or a kumquat or a mulberry. I hate raisins. I hate raisins. 100%. I think raisins suck, and the only acceptable form of a raisin is in an oatmeal raisin cookie. Honeydew over cantaloupe is a hot take. Really? Cantaloupe greater than honeydew. Cantaloupe disappears in a party fruit platter before honeydew every time. Really? Dude, I don't really like cantaloupe that much. I think honeydew is easily better than cantaloupe. I don't really like either of them that much at all, but I think that cantaloupe is bad. Still not as bad as dates though, so, you know. But yeah, raisins suck. No to jackfruit, no to mangosteen, no to rambutan, no to sour cherries, and no to white currant. I don't even know, like, there's 3 different colors of these and I've never had it. So here's my tier list.